Ladies and gentlemen, I have a plan. It may not be a good plan, but it is a plan. And a plan is what I need. Worst case scenario, I can just try to brute force my way through. Well, let me not get ahead of myself. First of all, I need to test out a few things. Thing number one. How perceptive is the licker? Is the only reason it actually manages to notice me and pounce on me because I keep making a lot of noise by running. You know, like in Alien Isolation. Maybe if I stay really quiet by not running, I can evade it. But for that, I need to temporarily disable the tyrant and then try to waltz past the location where the licker usually spawns. My expectation is that this will not work in the slightest. It's going to be a horrible monumental failure, and I'm going to end up mauled to death. But I digress. Actually, do I digress? I do not digress. I do not digress at this point. My next attempt, presumably in the same one, is going to be another thing entirely, and that is, can the licker actually be killed? And if so, can the licker be killed by me? Can I actually do it? It seems to have a largely exposed brain. It seems like if you pump it full of lead, it should go down eventually. And I know that I can find a grenade. Perhaps I can blow it up, or at least temporarily stun it with the grenade to unload upon its head. Can I actually aim for the head as it desperately tries to maul me? I do not know. And that might be difficult to test out, as I'll need to spend the glut of the ammo on the tyrant over here. Now the third plan, if sneaking doesn't work on the licker and brute force doesn't work on the licker, the third plan is going to be just bite the bullet yet again and take the damage where necessary, mostly trying to run past the licker. Not the neatest solution, but a very common one. At least, well, not common in the sense that other people do it. Common in the sense that that is how I seem to solve problems in Resident Evil. Running as fast as I can through places, screaming like a little girl, seems to be a good enough solution from my perspective. It has a line of sight?
A sound hypothesis, given the evidence.
Ladies and gentlemen, that changes basically everything. Look, I've tried this. I've tried this before, as you have presumably seen or will be shown right now. And I thought I got certain results, but apparently I have misinterpreted them. You see, last time I've reloaded and I saw the tyrant go away up the stairs. I looked at it and, with a bit of surprise, and I thought to myself, hold on. If he loses track of you, does he retreat to a particular location? Because if that is the case, I won't have to deal with two threats simultaneously. I can deal with one, and that is significantly more manageable. Granted, yes, it'll be a menace over there in the east hallway. But if I can actually make it lose track of me, that's brilliant, that's wonderful. Just have it disengage and be done with it, at least for a time. I don't have to spend ammo on that. I don't have to expend much of anything. Just briefly lose line of sight and have it retreat back to the eastern hallway. That way, I know that there's that guy to the east, and I know that there's the licker to the west, and I can deal with them separately. This changes everything. My plan previously was geared towards a reasonably brisk walk, shall we say, knowing that that thing would be on my tail the entire time. Now, if that is not the case, things become significantly easier. They don't necessarily change my plans all that much, although I will have to make my way east anyway. But I can still test things out. So test number one. before I reload and do things properly, if test number 1 works out, shouldn't I just do things properly right here, right now? We'll see. Actually, if I am to test properly, then I'm going to need the mixture of herbs. Yes. So no running.
Running causes accidents.
We are just walking very, very slowly. Presumably the liquor will spot me. Now what do I do when the liquor spots me then? I can walk over there, and if it spots me, then what? I try to kill it, presumably. I can try to blind it. I can try to deal with it using the grenade. Tell you what, if I manage to dispatch the liquor...
To quote a legendary Spartan retort, if...
That's great. I can take care of everything in the West Wing without a care in the world. Huh. This changes everything. The fact that you can disengage. Yes. It's right there. Is he patrolling? Does he know I'm here?
Whether that is or is not the case will be irrelevant if he spots you, don't you think?
Is he patrolling the entire place, including this spot? Is he in communication with the liquor? Oh dear. Well. Use this, equip this. And let's give this a go. It's presumably not gonna work. That's about it as far as ammo is concerned. You can only ever get temporary respite. Sheesh. So what's the plan here? The tyrant will not let go. It will eventually find me. It may disengage temporarily, trying to find me elsewhere, but if it doesn't find me to the east, it's gonna look in the West Wing.
It doesn't know pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop.
Well then.
Ever. Until you are dead.
Can I slay the liquor? Not with what little I have, no. I would need the magnum, which I can acquire. And then, of course, I would need to actually get lucky. I'll have too many encounters with the liquor. Oh dear. And if I choose the path I have chosen last time, I'm going to have a bit too many encounters with the liquor, actually. Huh. I can't run past it every single time. And there are a couple of zombies to take care of too. Now I can't blast the zombies. There's very little point in using that ammo on the tyrant or the liquor, so might as well do that. Last time I've managed to run past that zombie, so I thought I could possibly do it this time, but no. If I want to make it upstairs, after retrieving the tool you place in the jack, that's a couple of encounters, and a couple of encounters too many, arguably. Sheesh. Because first encounter is when I run through the reception area. Then I have to disengage with the tyrant, which can be done, I guess. I get out the door. I run past the zombies, possibly a blast. Then I hop out the window and onto the corridor. That's another location where the liquor likes to lurk. So that's the second encounter. If I do that, then I run upstairs and I go to that dark corridor where I encounter the liquor for the third time. That location where I encountered it for the first time ever. So that's 3 encounters with the liquor. And if I feel lucky enough and want to go for the armory in the West Wing, then that's the 4th possible encounter with the liquor. Well, possible. Inevitable. It'll always be there as far as I can tell. Unless I actually manage to kill it, which I don't think I will. Unless the grenade can possibly help with that. Well, it should be able to help with that almost inevitably if it is to help at all. And at the very least I should be able to use the grenade to stun the liquor. Much like a stun grenade, except, you know, more potent. So if I do go down there as the 4th encounter with the liquor, and at any point in time when I am down that corridor, I can possibly develop the film so I don't have to make that into a 5th encounter. So that's 4 times I cross the liquor's path. 4 times. And throughout most of that I may very well be chased by the tyrant, which I just have to come to terms with. The stuff I need to do in the East Wing, I can do that all at once and then possibly save. That doesn't worry me, in which case perhaps that's what I should just do right here, right now. What worries me is the next step, because I'm still not sure what exactly it is that I want to do. It doesn't seem like I can sneak past the liquor, and it doesn't seem like I can easily kill it with what I have right now. I don't even think I can necessarily kill it with the Magnum. That is, I don't think I can kill it. I think it presumably is possible in principle. You presumably just shoot it in the head enough times and it just dies. In fact, why else have the Magnum? I am so tempted to try and kill it. Stun it with something, and then, once you have the Magnum, just keep on unloading upon its head. It should go down. Pew, 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 pew. Just slay it. But I'm not sure that's gonna work. Let's see now, once I get to the evidence room, I think it's the evidence room. Can I go back the way I came? I'll presumably have to run circles around the tyrant, but that's already pretty simple enough. Oh, I can try to retrieve some more ammo and then deal with the liquor. Not a bad idea. What's the worst that could happen? Me dying? We've been through this already. It doesn't know where I am. It's confused. You can evade it. You can lose it. It'll find you again, eventually. But it doesn't have to find you immediately. So I think having it lose you is a good tactic. Now, I could hypothetically reload all the way back before I've encountered the tyrant, save a bit of ammo and try to use that on the liquor. Not sure how well that would help. But it can be tried. Obviously, pretty much anything can be tried. Most things won't work, but they can be tried. When I hear those metal footsteps, I just need to be ready. Now, I ultimately wanted to start out by going to the East Wing. Tell you what, I could just get all of that done first and then experiment with the liquor. I was meaning to do this anyway. Well, the tyrant is currently in the East Wing, isn't it? Well, better to hide from it than basically exactly where it is. 6 to 11. Alright. Muzzle brake for Matilda. Combine immediately. Matilda has been upgraded. Do I actually have the inventory space to deal with this nonsense? I don't think so. I didn't leave the ink ribbon over there. I should have, but I didn't. I have bought myself some time. There's one thing I need to take advantage of. It's the fact that the tyrant is so oblivious. It needs to be evaded. Now, before I use the dongle, presumably I'll be back here. And there's nothing to lose the club key on over there, so might as well ignore that. Anything else I would like to take? No, I don't think so. Some healing would be nice down the line. Here's the thing. If I plan to do all of this nonsense and potentially take damage, 2 full heals somewhere around... I don't know, the halfway... I don't know, at some point, 2 full heals make perfect sense. I'm going to get brutally injured, might as well take that into account. There's also the mix of herbs. I can use that on my little adventure in the West Wing to take a bit less damage and wait a bit before healing. It's the best I can come up with at this point. I shouldn't be stalling. It's upstairs, I think. East wing. If it goes out through that door, I need to evade it. And then head to the east wing. It might also be waiting for me though. Just out of sheer curiosity, could I possibly make my way over there via the east wing on the ground floor? Well, the answer to that is yes. But I really ought not to. These windows are not secured. If I run past this, there's going to be quite a few zombies over there. Either already present, or spawning to greet me. So I wouldn't recommend it. I will have to run past there anyway to get all the way back to the through the kennel. Well, not through the kennel, you know, through the parking lot and such. So that still awaits me. Now I think I have to go through the waiting room, then down this corridor. The more time I waste waiting like this, the more time I'll have to waste again replaying this bit. I guess the proper way to deal with this is oh, it's downstairs. It's gone to the West Wing. Tremendous. No, it seriously has. It has exploded downstairs in the East Wing. Now it's exploding downstairs in the West Wing. You can absolutely have it lose track of you. Okay, now I just have to make sure I don't make any stupid mistakes, like getting nabbed by the zombies over there. But other than that, I should be able to swipe the blue herbs, the large gear, etc. Make my way all the way back. For all I know, the tyrant will surprise me somewhere along that path, but then I eat the damage, run past the tyrant. Once I do all of that, I save. And from then on, we'll see. Wait, I have already upgraded the Matilda. I have already upgraded Matilda, haven't I? Already retrieved what was in the safe. Yes, I have. The target practice thing with the raccoon figurines. It's not like there is anything inside them, right? Sincerely hope so, because otherwise I would be missing out on a lot of stuff. Alright. Head upstairs, swipe the thing from the balcony, then east storage room, gear, brew, herb, leave. That's it. Don't mess with the zombies unnecessarily. The tyrant is in the west wing. Last I saw it, it was there, so... I should be safe for a brief while. I know we'll presumably get here soon. It would be pretty... convenient if it didn't, but it's presumably gonna get here. I have to be on my toes. Large gear is large here. Don't be frightened. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been done. I have done everything there was to do in the East Wing, and I have swiped up the ammo from the library. As you can see, the balcony has been cleared out. The East storage room has not. Oh, I know. Oh. There's some shotgun ammo there. But I don't want to waste the ammo I do have. On the zombies. Ah, great. Wait, no, use that in the... Oh, wrong place. Will it figure out that it needs to go up the ladder? Well, it's going up the stairs. Whoa! Well, that was mean. Ow! You know, I wanted to retrieve that bit of ammo from over there, but never mind, I'll do that later. You know, the more I think about it, the more I realize that clearing out the library downstairs was possibly one of the best things I've done in this game. It has served me so well so many times.
To my credit, it's not like I was stuck here for hours, but I will spare you the few uneventful, failed, repeated attempts.
The large gear is large here. Whoa, no! Damn it! Well, there goes the knife. I needed that for the liquor. If it's here, I'm going downstairs. I'm not. There's a zombie though. What am I going to do? About face if I see it right now? I've lost the knife. Is it worth redoing? I can always reload and redo, should I feel the need. Last time when I've lost it, I was at the library. Will it check the library again? It hasn't so far. But it's patrolling, trying to catch me, currently. So yeah, I've lost the knife, but other than that, it's not that bad. I don't... Let's not lament over the knife, at least I can pick up the ammo right here, right now. This actually puts me in a reasonable spot, look at this. Matilda reloaded, shotgun reloaded. Both the herbs acquired, some spell shotgun ammo acquired. I still have the flash grenade, the large gear is over here. Well, that's the old gear, it looks like it belongs to some machine or another, yes. Presumably useful in the clock tower. That sounds like the sort of place that would use these kinds of mechanisms. I'm going to safely deposit it in my little item box. And at this juncture I believe I deserve a save, because that was the easy part. Deposit the gear, the blue herb, the other blue herb. Oh, that's why you have 2 slots for each item over here. Because on rare occasions you might possibly get an item that takes up 2 slots. The next step of the operation is going to be a smidgen more difficult, and by the next step I do not mean saving. Since time appears to be paused on this screen, I might as well compose myself, get my act together, figure out what I want to carry with me, and then and only then proceed with the plan. I'm going to need quite a few slots. I'm going to find what, 3 things? Small things? There's the tool. Does it take 1 slot or 2? I think it takes 1. Tool, grenade, and increments. So that's 3 slots I need to have free. I'll be able to toss out one of the keys should I choose to. I also need the dongle if I am to deal with stuff upstairs. But I could instead develop the film. You know, all of this can be simplified to just me eating the damage. Running past things, getting brutally mauled, and then continuing as if nothing had happened, even though something had happened. Something brutal and cruel and horrible. Using your health as a resource is possible, even viable. Also, eventually I can try to slay the licker. Frankly, with what I have right now, I could try right away. Just get some healing. Get the damage mitigation herb combination, so red and blue, and just sit there and keep wailing on it until it dies. If I dispatch it, then all that stands between me and victory is, granted, the horrible monstrosity chasing me, the tyrant, on one hand, and on the other, any stray zombies that might possibly wade into this entire endeavor. But slaying the licker simplifies things oh so significantly, because the licker is a swift little fellow. He jumps around, he can try to catch you with his tongue, etc. If I manage to dispatch the licker, my life will be much easier. Now, it makes the most sense to dispatch the licker once you have the magnum. But to get the magnum, oh so many steps are necessary. At least 2 encounters with the licker. And that just won't do. I think the best plan I can come up with for now, for what to do from this point on, is a somewhat modest proposal of encountering the licker at least 2 times. Okay, so before I try that, save, try to kill the licker. If that fails, which presumably it will, go past the licker twice, trying to take as little damage as possible, and on one hand, obtain everything from the evidence room, I believe it's called, and on the other hand, develop the film in the dark room, save there, and go on the second leg of the journey. That's the plan, that's the best plan I was able to come up with so far, and I think I'm sticking to it. Is there anything else I need to take with me? I need the club key to open the... Sorry, it's not the evidence room, it's the records room. This is the room I mean. I need to open the records room with the club key. So the records room key, I can ditch it. I don't necessarily have to put it in my item box. Pick up all the items over there. Possibly try to fight the licker further. I could hypothetically add to my ample damage and try to dispatch it that way. But for now, I think I have everything I need. The roll of film I can pick up from the item box. Yes, further down the line, but what I ultimately want to check first is whether I can actually slay the licker. That has been the bane of my existence. Slay the licker without the magnum. I don't think I'm going to thank you for watching so far.
Correct, we are far from saying goodbye.
Although we'll see. I have no idea what happens here. I have no idea how I plan on doing this. We shall see.
To your credit, past Weston, your current plan is brilliant and I'm proud of you.
In fact, I know I don't have a plan.
You've just explained in excruciating detail what you are about to do. You do have a plan.
Wrong button, but it doesn't matter. Well, I have... Oh, I haven't taken the help combination. Well, that's okay. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is all she wrote. The licker is dead. Even though I didn't take the help combination that is necessary in order to... in order to what?
Can't gloat, can't think, must evade tyrant.
To mitigate the damage, that was unnecessary because guess what? I did not take the damage. And now I can run through here. Guess why? Because I didn't have to deal with the damn licker. The licker is dead! No more shall I be licked without my consent. It just needed to take a lick of damage. Hey buddy, how you doing? Boy, it sure is a shame that you're so stupid that you can't actually follow me properly and figure out that I may be upstairs. Come and get me, you little sick freak. Go on, I'll wait. Every single time it goes for that door. The moron. The absolute imbecile. The simpleton that he is. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. 2 increments. 2 increments at my disposal. Ha ha ha. Very little ammo in the shotgun, but having dispatched the licker, I can do a great number of things right now. And they will be much simpler to accomplish now that I only have to worry about 1 threat instead of 2. Okay. There's a number of things I wanted to do to begin with, and some of them I have already accomplished. Let's see. I've already opened up the safe, retrieved the pallet for Matilda, that's great. I wasn't able to aim at the head properly like I should have, never mind. I was in a panic, I was in a hurry, I have managed to dispatch the thing anyway, and I have a grenade on me, should I need to desperately somehow deal with the tyrant. Also, if I pop a single shot in its head, even with a pistol, for which I don't have ammo currently, even with a pistol, it's going to be temporarily disabled, so that's also a possibility. Wasting the magnum, possibly pointless. I don't think I can slay the tyrant, although... if you can just unload upon its head and have it die that way, that would be great. That would be brilliant. There's a couple more things I need to do. First of all, I need to use this tool. Need to use this tool on the jack. Move the bookcases around. Simple enough. And unless I'm in a completely impassable title corridor, the tyrant is not gonna catch me. It's slow. It's a hulking behemoth that hits hard, but it's slow. So no, I'm not going to get caught by the tyrant. Suddenly, things are looking up. What I do need to do is the following. I need to visit the STARS office with the USB dongle. And therefore visit the armory. I do need to visit the linen room. After I visit the linen room, downstairs armory in the west wing. I need to develop the film, and I need to move the bookcases. That's on the list of things. And I've allotted myself so far 2 whole whopping increments to accomplish that feat. To accomplish all those feats, really. Okay, first of all, let's actually have a gander at this as if we were to see it first time. Mechanical jack handle. A handle for the mechanical jack. So now you know exactly what it is, even though you presumably could have anticipated it, even though presumably at this point you already know what I'm talking about and why I am doing this, and etc. Nab it, grab it. It's coming. It's heading upstairs. To be fair, I made such a ruckus. It's a little wonder. I'm leaving. I've assessed the situation and I'm going. I know I need to align the bookcases. Fear not, I will do that eventually. For now, there are a couple of other things I need to handle, and I might as well handle them. Developing film at the darkroom is presumably the quickest thing I can get done. Then I can hopefully get upstairs. Now, if I have the time, and I should, I might as well unclog the west storage room door. That way I can evade the tyrant even further and even better. It'll help with a lot of chases. There might be some more foes down these paths, but they're mostly gonna be zombies. I can either evade them or possibly just take them head on. Eat the damage, doesn't matter. The safety deposit room is what I have in mind when I say the West Wing Armory. Because of course you might think of the Armory by the Stars office, and that's not where I want to go. Well, it is where I want to go, among other places. So let me plan my path here. I don't think a single simple visit to the darkroom will be enough. I'm going to accomplish much before I decide to save. Now this may be my downfall, this may be hubris, but at this point a little bit of bravery on my part is presumably going to go a long way. It doesn't sound half bad. Speaking of bravery, might as well take those fortifying herbs, right? Well, on top of that, I could... whatever. Take the roll of film, and we will develop it where it can and needs to be developed. So we're developing the film, and then we're heading upstairs. Without saving a single bit. Wait, do I have the ink ribbons on me? I do. Well, what am I doing then? Fortifying herbs, as if I needed them. I think I'll need healing, if anything. Not the fortifying herbs. I'm not about to fight the tyrant. So what, do I actually take a healing combination with me? I could make more fortifying herbs, which is what I've decided to call them, I guess. You can drag them, combine them, there we go. That's the healing combination. Well, enough stalling. I know, stalling out of fear, etc. No, never mind that. Let's stop. Instead, let's head down here. There's no liquor to worry about, and I've cleared out the office and all the nearby places. So that's not a concern. From the west office to the dark room. I'm sorry, what? I've killed it! I've slain the liquor! This is not fair! Third floor locker room. Well, DCM. Handy. Neat, convenient. If you just disable it instead of slaying it that way, that's no good to me. Oh, I was so glad. I thought it was dead. I was so deeply convinced it was dead. Well, guess what? I don't have to develop this film in another playthrough. All I need is to get access to this information. It's going to be the same no matter what. So hypothetically, it's unnecessary. And hypothetically, if I'm so desperate, I can just save here. Which makes a decent degree of sense considering the fact that the liquor will be there. And so will the tyrant. You know, reloading isn't that bad of an idea considering the fact that effectively, as far as I understand it, I have wasted a ton of ammo. That did basically nothing to the liquor. I could have accomplished just as much by just flashing it the first time, you know, blinding it temporarily. Well, it's presumably blind, whatever, deafening it. Just temporarily pushing it aside that way. I in no way expected there to be either another liquor or for this liquor to just brush all of that off, get on up, and be perfectly fine. I'm in danger. And fine we are, yet again. What is the plan here exactly? What is the plan? You can pump this thing full of lead, but as far as I can tell, you just cannot stop them. Alright. I have dealt with a lot of stuff. I've acquired a lot of information. Now I can acquire what's through here. DCM. Whatever that is, it's presumably going to be somewhat handy. Go upstairs, get that from the shower room. Head to the Star's office, acquire stuff from the armory. Go to the linen room. Acquire stuff there. And things get a little dicey from here on out. Because I have to go to the safety deposit room over here. And acquire the hip pouch and the combat knife. After which point, I go to the library and mess with things. And when do I save exactly? Somewhere after the lounge? If I don't save right here, right now, I'm essentially committing myself to restarting this, am I not? Because there's no way in hell I'm coming out of this alive. Unless I possibly fortify myself. And just run the gauntlet. Which is certainly an option. Yeah, you can hear it out there. Question is, will it actually check this room? Or is the safe room a sanctuary where they just can't go? Well, we know that the main hall isn't. Not at this point, at the very least. But hey, I could tap the guy once, and down he will go. Healing herbs acquired. There's a decent chunk of stuff over there. Do I carry the grenade as a defensive weapon? That sounds pretty bonkers. Do I save despite everything? Because I sure as hell could. Wasn't that the original plan? I've used up so many resources. Oh, this is agonizing. Because as you can see, it's not such a trivial choice. I think it makes a degree of sense. What exactly have I accomplished? I've cleared out that single room. Acquired the ammo over there. Yes, and wasted a ton of ammo to boot. Could have been basically full. I really don't feel like saving, but it might be a necessity. Fine, you know what? I'll allow it. You can't even hear them. I guess they're not particularly interested. I guess they are granting me reprieve that now that I am here in this little silly sanctuary of mine. Fine. In which case, I'm saving, and the next step is going to be retrieve stuff from the locker, Star's room. Do I need to carry all of these things? Is there anything I can ditch? I'll ditch the ink ribbons. I will use up the dongle. The fortifying herbs I presumably should just down. The key will disappear the moment I get to the linen room, so there's that. Yeah, I'm putting away the ribbons. I don't know about that grenade. I don't look forward to using it on any of these guys. I might need it, but I will need it further down the line. Right, let's put down the grenade. Just put it down. Save. I think I am safe over here. As contrived as it may be. Saving under 13, oh jolly. How lucky. Store the ink ribbon. Fortify yourself at the last possible second. And then what? Go. Thankfully, the West Wing has been reinforced. Alright, upstairs shower room, DCM. Upstairs shower room, DCM. Star's office. Linen room. Out, save. Sounds like a plan. Sounds very much so like a plan. No liquor here. Where is it? Right here? DCM. Oh, hell no. DCM. No. Is it the wrong lock? Were there any other ones? Third floor. This is the second floor. Okay. There is one on the third floor. I wasn't planning on going there. Well, looks like there's been a change of plans. Look, going over there is basically suicide, and the only sensible reason to go there is to unlock this. We're going. We're leaving. Okay, it's not suicide. DCM. What do we have here? Magnum ammo. How quaint. This is going to be the death of me for all I know, but let's unblock this damn thing. Don't tell me it's here. Oh, hell no. Well, there's a zombie on the third floor in this room. There's a liquor over there right now. And on the path downstairs, there's the tyrant. Gee willikers. I think I'll tap it on the head once. Let's consider this a ticket, if you will. Okay, and here comes the ticket inspector. Excuse me, sir, do you have enough damage to unload onto my noggin to make me no longer be a problem for you? Why, yes, good sir, I do. Bang. Shower room, Star's office, linen room.
Just get moving.
I know, Leon, I know. And may I say, not only do you look quite handsome today, but you are also absolutely incredible in being able to keep your cool. I didn't encounter the liquor, not quite yet, but presumably on the way to the linen room I will. But yes, the fact that he has managed to actually get through all of this nonsense is astonishing. Yeah, considering that he's a rookie, right after training, and he has managed to hold his own against the tyrant, the liquor, all of that opposition against him. Yeah, I don't care about your little sexual exploits, Chris. Very cool, but no.
The details are in the previous video.
Right, retrieve the USB. Linen room. And if I encounter the guys, well, the monsters, whatever. Fortify, do not die. No, that's literally it. We are not tapping it. Killing it seems impossible. Nothing is moving when this screen is immobile, so hey. By the way, I was perfectly prepared to get swiped, but I didn't. Not yet. Might swipe me as I try to go through the door, but that's kinda okay. I think I might be able to run past it. Gunpowder. And this little thing. One, two. 1, 2. Do-do-doot. No. Do-do-do-doot. Sorry. Yeah, my short-term memory isn't really working wonders in these circumstances. This, then do-do-do-doon. Anything before this? Okay, this, that, and the other. A spare key. Gee, that's great. That's absolutely lovely. That's brilliant. Magnificent, isn't it? I can toss away the key. Well then. Linen room. Out of the linen room, open the locked door over here. Access the lounge to the library. Next part. No, so that's basically it. Go through the library. Can I possibly move these bookshelves before I go and save? That would save me a decent bit of time, but I don't think it's necessarily possible. The liquor doesn't seem to like light for whatever reason. Maybe it's like in Resident Evil 0. Maybe some of them are just very vulnerable to light. That's why they dwell in the dark. But if that is the case, though the Tyrant doesn't seem to have such a trivial vulnerability, if that is the case, I can go there, move the bookcases, and then I'm going to save. Right after that, though, we are heading over here to the safety deposit room, retrieving both a new knife, a new combat knife, and a hip pouch. Once we accomplish that, check this out. We will just have the jail to clear out, mostly by fixing the panel, pulling the switch, unleashing the zombies, picking up the card, and trying to desperately make a dash for the garage to get out in the vehicle, which is the current escape plan. Over here, we will just have cleared out the safety deposit room, and all that remains is the little lock in the shower room. The chief's office we have not been able to investigate at all. Is this fire escape its own room in any way? Can this be accessed, or is this just called the... I think this is called the fire escape, yeah, never mind. And, of course, the upper part of all of this that we'll be able to access via the bookcases. Is this already accessible? Have I moved them enough? Well, either way, the next step will be just that. Once I retrieve those items, we are heading up here with the cog, because presumably it'll be needed. And somewhere around there, we will find the final electric part for the switch box, or whatever that is, downstairs. And possibly the hard key. Also maybe the combination of the final locker. That's it. Well, that was me stalling for time a decent bit. I will not like replaying this section, but hey. The plan is so trivial. The next step is basically to save. Just get out through the lounge, open the locked door, save. I'm also fortified, so it really shouldn't be an issue. Just go to the locked door, unlock, go through the library. Yeah, save immediately. Never mind anything. Yeah, I know. Could you see that liquor? Move them. Move them and thus improve them. I know that there's a tyrant out there somewhere, but... Ladies and gentlemen, this is absolutely brilliant. This really helps. Oh no! Oh no, 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 no! Run! Run! Run, Leon! Well, I did move them into place, haven't I? Leon? You're kinda injured, buddy. Actually, you're just in... You'll be fine. Walk it off. Walk it off. Stall. Stall. Take out a green herb. Ditch the dongle. You're not gonna need it for a long while. Take out the magnum ammo and combine it with the magnum ammo you already have. I could have tapped the guy. I've got 11 shots in my Lightning Hawk magnum revolver. Whatever. Handgun. I also have some gunpowder and some high-grade gunpowder to make more ammo for my shotgun, should that be needed. I also have a large gear right here. Okay, here's the plan. I pick out the large gear, heal up with the herb, whip out the ink ribbon, save. This is all happening in slow motion, as far as I can tell. All right, right. I've moved the bookshelves. Basically, everything seems to be in place, and I will have enough inventory slots because I'm about to pick up the hip pouch. That is, of course, as soon as I ditch the tyrant. Ah, that liquor being alive really did a number on me. I was so convinced it was all so fine, but hey, doesn't matter. As in most cases, I can just use my health as a resource, be the punching bag I need to be, and survive. Against a lot. Alright, I'm about to save here. Next step is to head on over... Next step is to head on over the... pick up the hip pouch, but also presumably meet the liquor. Next step is to lose the tyrant. Encounter the liquor, unfortunately, possibly take some damage. Head on, retrieve the items that are over there, the two remaining items, the knife and the pouch. And after I'm done with that, we're heading upstairs, and whatever awaits me there will await me there. I think this is the point where I tell you a Thank you all so much for watching, and you will see me elsewhere. Yeah! This is totally going to end well. I don't necessarily have a good feeling about this to any extent. This is